Hello everyone, Namaskar. Till now, we know the concept of electric current. Electric charges, when they flow through a circuit, electric current is constituted. If this current is flowing through a certain electric device like electric iron, electric geyser, electric water heater, electric fan, and the other electronic devices. If current is flowing through such devices for a certain time t, what happens? These devices they get heated up. Electric iron to press the clothes, after a certain time of passage of electric current, it gets heated up. As well as some electric devices like electric charger, when it is operated for a certain time, the charger gets heated up. Electric fan gets heated up. Electric mixer gets heated up. In some cases, the heat produced by electric current in such devices is useful, like it is in electric water heater or in electric geyser, electric iron. The heat produced is useful, but in some other cases, the heat produced by electric current is undesirable. Like if the fan is operated for a certain time, it should not get that much heated up. If it will get heated up faster, it is going to produce the hot air. In the same way, electric charger, if it is getting heated up faster, our phone, if it is getting heated up faster, definitely it is an unwanted effect. So in this video, we are going to discuss about the heating effect of electric current. Why this electric current produces heat, that we will discuss in this part. What is the cause behind production of heat when electric current flows through a device, that we are going to find out. We are also going to learn the law which governs the heat produced by electric current in a resistor or in an electric device. And then we will express the different formulae of electric heat produced by electric current. So first of all, let us try to find out the equation for heat produced by the electric current. For that, we will need an electric circuit. Consider a resistor R is connected in series to a battery through a key. To measure the potential difference across this resistor R, we can also connect a voltmeter here, and to measure the electric current flowing through the circuit, let us connect this ammeter here. Definitely, when the key is closed, a current I will flow through the resistor R and it will come back to the negative terminal. So, let us consider that I is the current flowing through the resistor R. In this case, let the charge that flows through the circuit is Q in time t. The charge which is flowing through the circuit through the negative terminal to the positive terminal is say Q, and the time taken to flow is t. In this way, the work done the work done to move this charge Q through the circuit is, say, W, and hence we can use the formula W is equals to V into Q. W is the formula. W is the work done to move charge Q through the potential difference of V volt. Now, if this much is the work done by the battery, this is the work done by the battery to move it. So the energy, I will take the power input given by the battery is P equals to W upon T time for time T for time where I am taking T here, so P equals to W upon T can also be written as, for W we can write this V into Q upon T. This Q by T can be replaced as the electric current which is flowing through the circuit or through the resistor, and thus we come across the first formula of electric power, P equals to V into I. This is the work, this is the power input given. As the power input given is P equals to V into I, thus the energy given by the battery to make charge Q flow through the circuit will be equal to E equals to P into T, power into time. So we can directly write E equals to V I into T. This is the energy given by the battery to the charges. Now where exactly this energy goes when electric current flows through the circuit? Simple. In simple lines, we can say that this energy is expended to move the charges through the circuit, and because of the resistance of the conductor, because of the resistance of the circuit, what happens? This energy gets converted into the heat produced, and hence we can write the heat produced by the electric current I when it flows through a resistor for time t under the action of potential difference of V is H is equals to, we can take it the same, H equals to V into I into T, that is P into T. Heat produced H is equals to potential difference multiplied by electric current multiplied by the time taken time for which the electric current is flowing, which is equal to H equals to P into T. Power into time. So this is what the formula of electric heat or heat produced by electric current is. There is a law, there is a rule which is given by Joule and it is called as Joule's law of heating. We will discuss the same. Before that, let us write down the formula H equals to V into I into T in other forms also. Using V equals to I into R, voltage is equals to electric current into resistance. If this value is substituted here, we get H is equals to I into R multiplied by I into T. That is H is equals to I square R into T. This is another formula of heat produced by the electric current in the resistor. Also, using I is equals to V by R. What do we get? We substitute this value in the equation. We get H is equals to V into V by R into T. Clearly, the next equation that we are going to get is H equals to V square by R, V square T by R. In all these cases, the energy that we are going to calculate, that energy heat that we will get will be expressed in terms of joules. Let us take the Joule's law of heating now. Joule's law is the law which governs the heating effect of electric current. Every time the heat produced in a device, in a resistor, is calculated using Joule's law of heating. Joule's law of heating. Heating effect of electric current. Of electric current. And it is simple. It states that for a resistor of resistance R, if the current flowing through the resistor is I and it is flowing for a certain time T, then the heat produced in that resistor is directly proportional to the square of electric current, directly proportional to the resistance of the conductor, and directly proportional to the time. We will just write it. The statement I am not going to write. We will write only the equations. As per Joule's law of heating effect of electric current, the heat produced in a conductor or in a resistor H is directly proportional to the square of the current flowing through it. H is directly proportional to I square. H is also directly proportional to the resistance of the conductor, and H is directly proportional to the time for which electric current is flowing through it. Combining all these three relations, we can write H is proportional to I square R into T. We are going to get a constant here. H is equals to K I square R into T. Taking K K is equals to H upon I square R into T is equals to 1. That is the rate of production of the rate of production of heat by the electric current through the resistor in the given time t is 1. So this equation becomes H is equals to I square R into T. This is Joule's law of heating effect of electric current. H is directly proportional to I square, directly proportional to R and directly proportional to T. So combining this we get H equals to I square R into T. One should keep in mind that if the value of current is doubled, the heat produced is going to become 4 times because the proportionality is I square. Value of resistance, if it is doubled, the heat produced will get doubled only, not the 4 times. Also, if you are increasing the time of operation, time for which the electric current is going through the circuit, the heat produced will also increase. This is Joule's law of heating effect of electric current. I hope you have understood the equations. First equation is H equals to I square into RT. Second is H equals to V square T by R. And the third one is H equals to V into I into T. Also H equals to P into T. Electric power into time T. So these are the 4 equations that we can use depending upon the number of things, the quantities given in the numericals for us. Let us take some examples based on the same. Consider that in a question it is given that a current of 5 ampere flows through a wire of resistance 10 ohm for time t equals to 1 minute. Find the amount of heat produced in the conductor. As in the question we have been given I equals to 5 ampere, R resistance of the conductor is given 10 ohm and time t is given 1 minute. So we will need to convert this into seconds. So t equals to 1 minute corresponds to 60 seconds. This conversion we will need to do first. Heat we can calculate using H is equals to I square. The first formula that we can use here, I square R into T. We get I is 5, so 5 square into R is 10 ohm and time T is 60 seconds. All quantities are in SI units, so 25 into 10 into 60. You can multiply 25 6 of 150. This will be the value of heat produced by this current in the given resistor. H is equals to 15,000 joules, or we can also put a prefix here, H equals to 15 kilojoules. In this way, we can solve the numerical based on the heating effect of electric current. One more we can take for the instance. We will use the other formula now so that you will get an idea how to calculate heat produced by electric current when it flows through a device. A 60-watt bulb. A bulb of 60 watt is operated for 1 hour. what is the heat produced in the bulb, in the filament of the bulb. Here, only two quantities are given to us. This is the power of the bulb. A bulb of 60 watt, that means P is equals to 60 watt, also you can call it 60 watt, and time T is equals to 1 hour. In earlier class, we had used this unit of watt hour. The energy can also be expressed in different units, like this is the commercial unit of energy, so we can express it in terms of watt hour, or it can also be expressed in joules. Let us keep it in the standard unit sign, the commercial unit, so we will write it as it is, T equals to 1 hour. This is 60 watt. Let us convert it into kilowatt. 60 upon 1000 kilowatt. So this is going to come as 0.06 watt. Sorry, kilowatt. We are supposed to calculate heat produced using H is equals to P into T, power into time T. So we can get power is 0.06 kilowatt into, this is 1 hour. The heat produced in the bulb will be H equals to 0.06 kilowatt hour, or H equals to 0.06 unit. In this way, we can calculate the different questions based on the Joule's law of heating. First of all, we will need to write what are the given quantities, and then the idea about the formula to be used will get clear. For you, one question I am giving, like the bulb is operated across a potential difference of 100 volt. The resistance of the bulb is say 50 ohm, and it is operated for time 1 hour say. What is the heat produced in joules? Remember, you are not supposed to calculate it in kilowatt hour. You can calculate in kilowatt hour first and then convert it into joules. But in this case, now you will be required to use the formula of H equals to V square T by R. So I hope I have taken the three different numericals which can be used using the three different formulae. Repeating again, the heat produced by electric current can be calculated using the three equations: H equals to I square into RT, H equals to V square T by R, and the third one H equals to P into T. Fourth one H is equals to V into I into T. So these are the formulae of electric heat produced by an electric current in a device. I had given you one question for homework. Try to solve this question using the formula and text me your answer. By the time in our next class, in our next video, we will discuss about the concept of electric power. Thank you very much.